Hey guys, so today we're gonna walk you through step by step how to set up the sparklers. As you've seen, I've already taken them out of the box, but usually it would come in a freight case over here. Once you open the box, sparkler goes back into each one of these boxes, so that's very important. Okay, so first up, you wanna lay out your sparklers. We don't have that much room, but for now, I'm just gonna do it like this to show you how to set it up. So step number one, obviously take the sparklers out, lay them out. Step number two, you want to go and get this kind of wire. It's very unique. There's only one kind of it in the whole set. There's multiple of them, but there's only one kind, and it's basically power, and there's a blue tip. It's always this kind. It'll never be power and gray. It'll be always this, blue. What you go do for step one, very simple. You find the outlet, you plug in. We have this blue end, and we want to plug it into this first sparkler. Now, mind you, it does matter which one is connected to the power, because this is going to be the main sparkler that provides energy to everyone else and also is the main one you program. So real quick, you would think it goes in straight, but it actually goes in on an angle, and it has these two little marks. You want to fit them in. It'll go in, and then you turn until it snaps like that. You hear a click, and when you want to remove it, you pull it towards you, you turn, and you pull out. Okay, so again, you pull it in until you hear that click. Okay, perfect. So now we have our energy source. From here, just so you guys understand what's going on, we're getting energy from one source, but if I want to pair these up under one remote, I can have this supply power to the rest of them once we wire it, and I'll show you how to wire it. But I also want to note that you also can just plug each one in exactly the same like this, and there should be 4 remotes, and you can program each one to each remote. I'll show you guys how to do that later. For now, let's keep on wiring. So we go ahead. The next wire we need to grab is this gray wire over here. Same concept, okay? But this time, you put it on an angle facing the other way as the blue. So the blue is on the left, angle to the left. This one would be angled to the right. So you angle it to the right, put it in. Okay, you twist it in, it snaps. Now you take this blue, and this is what's going to be supplying power to this one. Just want to let you guys know the blue tip is always the side that's providing power. So as you can see over here, the power is coming from the wall. Over here, power is coming through this sparkler from the wall. So we go ahead, we plug it in, snap that in. And then the last thing that you want to connect between the two sparklers, and this one you have to be very vigilant in, because honestly you can mess this up, and you can and it'll mess everything up. This has to be on point, okay? So you start with DMX in. It's always an in that starts, right? So DMX in, okay? And then that goes into an out on the other one, okay? Perfect. For now, that's all you need, okay? Until further notice. Next up, we go right back to our blue and gray. So we take the gray, again, slant it to the right, we twist. Blue sides, as usual, supplying power. Now we've connected 3. As we did last time, we just repeat as usual. We start with our DMX in, we put it in, and then we connect to the other DMX out. And that's very simple for you guys, because you'll see that even if you put it into the wrong one, it won't fit, okay? So then the last 2 wires, until it's fully complete in terms of wiring, are just these 2. And if you guys are paying attention and you guys are really following along, you would have known that there will not be a gray wire that goes into the last sparkler. And the reason that is because there's no other sparkler to power. So it ends here. So for that reason, we don't need to keep going. So we just finish it off. We do gray. Okay, and then we connect it back to here to supply power. Okay. And then finally, the last step We have a final DMX in to DMX out. And there you go, there you have it. That's the full wiring. Everything is wired properly. If you guys ever have any problems, just rewind back and start from where I did everything. This is all should work. I'll prove it to you guys right now. So we'll go ahead and turn them all on. Now this is the part that gets a little bit tricky because you're going to have to program these onto one remote if you have it connected like this, okay? Right off the bat, what you want to do is start with your host. You want to click this button over here called menu, okay? It'll keep changing until you end up here, okay? You want it to be at L-H, okay? But that's if you're connecting only one. Very important. When you have them all connected like this, what you want to do is actually change the host, which I believe is this one over here, right? This is the host. Okay, perfect. You want to change that to LNH. And then the rest of them, we want to make sure, same thing. We do menu, menu, menu. And we want to make sure they're all on L-H. So it's only the first one that's LN-H because it's the host. Otherwise, you have L-H. So I've confirmed it on the second one. Let me confirm it on the other two real quick. So we do menu, 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 L-H, menu, 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 L-H. So what you go do now is you take your remote and you press A. Oh, sorry, I have the one without the battery. So yes.
Phone has a battery?
Yeah. Okay guys, so you'll take your remote. What you want to do is aim it at the host and press A. Show them what happens also on the screen as you do that. So when I press A, you see how all of them changed now? It's showing us that it's heating. It has the heat light on, it has the ready light flashing because it's still not ready, and it's doing it for all of them. So now, very simple. All you have to do is just wait until each one heats up until 550. That's the magic number, 550. But either way, this will stop flashing when it reaches 550. So now we just wait. While we're waiting, let me tell you a couple things that will help you out. Number one, if you are ever having troubles with a remote that's not syncing, try other remotes that are available because maybe one of them is programmed. If one of them is programmed, that means none of them will program. Let's just say you're in an emergency situation and none of the controllers are working, or maybe a couple sparklers are working and some are not. Here's how you troubleshoot them. You're going to take each sparkler and plug just one cable, the one that plugs into the wall, and then the blue side, you're gonna plug it into one sparkler and that's it. You're gonna then turn it on, and then you're gonna change the lettering that I showed you. Instead of it being LN-H, it has to be L-H. The reason that is because the LN-H is only used for when you're hooking up more than one sparkler. But when it's just one sparkler, especially when it's connected to the wall like that, it's L-H. Very important to note. From there, all you have to do is take your remote, take any of the remotes as that matter. Once it's on L-H, you just press on A for 3 seconds or however long. You're gonna see this flash red. Make sure this flashes red. Otherwise, the battery is dead or there's no battery. And that's a big problem that you can even have with a simple fix. From there, you press on the A, and then it should program it to there, and then you just test each one. You program each one and you test each one to make sure they work. No problem. So that is just a quick tip for you. If you ever need that piece of advice, it's available for you. From here, now we just have all of them warmed up. We're gonna wait a little bit just to make sure that they're all warmed up, ready to go. And then from there, you have different gears, okay? Always start with the B. D will make them go higher and a lot more, but not necessary. This is a medium always stick with the B. It'll be enough. If you feel like it's a big wedding and you need more, adjust accordingly. Okay, guys, let's fire these bad boys up. And there you have it. That's